Hello there, my YouTube friends. Once again, we've got an unboxing and review to do. This time, a Sideshow piece. Now, I don't normally collect Sideshow pieces. I'm not a one for them because they're just not up to the Hot Toy standards. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I like this box. This box looks pretty good. You're getting a picture of what you're going to get on there, but you can even see just by looking at the box, guys, that that's not Hot Toy standards. Okay, it's not what you're gonna get, but it looks decent enough. And I think if you look at that from a distance, like what most of the time you do with your collection, you don't sort of go up close and personal. A lot of times you look at your stuff and you'll see them from like maybe a 5 or 6 foot distance away, and you probably look okay in amongst other characters from that type of distance. So let's see. Box wise, yeah, you're getting a sort of a few different pictures of some of the poses that you can sort of do with it. You're getting some things from actual sort of the actual thingy itself, yeah, and you're getting a sort of basically what looks like a commander version of it. Yeah, this is a clone commander, phase 1 armor, 6th scale. Yeah, getting pictures from God knows what that must be, from a cartoon or something like that. Yeah, but it's good that they've got a few different sort of pose ideas on the box. You know, it's sort of, that's a neat idea. Yeah, it's going to be a shoe. No, it's not. It's an open up box. It'll actually open up. And that's quite a cool little feature, that you got all the sort of accessories in one sort of section. You actually do have some written stuff there and in there, which is, that's pretty cool. You know, I do like that, and it does come with what the accessories include down here. 30 points of articulation, bodysuit, blasters, you know what I mean, so switch out boots and things like that. And then you've got your character itself. That I'm pretty impressed with. That's pretty cool the way they've done that. I do like that idea. That is good. Yeah, that is good. So what we'll do is we'll get out the accessories, even though you can see what it is there. We'll get them out anyway and show you in the right box, and then we'll have a proper look at this guy, because he actually looks fairly decent. You know, I'm actually quite sort of, I won't say overly impressed, but I'm impressed compared to what I have been with a lot of other Sideshow pieces. So let's see how well it does to impress us any more than that. And here we go, guys, with the accessories. Now you can see that I've actually got sort of some hands split off, and that's because I've done it that way just to remind myself, because I know what my memory's like by the time I've set these damn things up, is that when you think you've unpacked the accessories, which the accessories pack is sort of that brief thingy without these bits, you know, just that brief little thing there, you think to yourself, okay, that's not great, but it's okay. Then you get them in a separate thingy with the actual character itself. So when you think it's over with the accessories, you've actually got an extra thingy, which I know it's not much, it's only an extra couple, but it's an extra couple of friggin' hands. You know, it's more hands than what you get with most others. So that's pretty cool. The base itself, you know, it's a standard crappy little base, but yeah, I don't tend to use the bases if I can help it. I'm not sure how it's going to work with this type of character, because obviously Sideshow aren't usually as robust as Hot Toys are. This bit's a bit weird, is the crotch grabber, because if that's too high and you push it, you try to push it down like what you would normally do, it's actually coming to the really bottom. So yeah, that's then not gonna sit in there properly. So as for the, like sort of the extra, as I call them, extra accessories, are pretty cool. You get your thumbs up, both sides, thumbs up. And again, if you look at the paintwork's not Hot Toy standards, but it's still okay. You know, it looks battle damaged. You know, it's just, it's not great work is what you'd hope for, but it's still decent. It'll still look okay from a distance. Yeah, and that's pretty cool. You've got your fisted hand again, so the paint up is okay. Yeah, you get away with it. It's detailed enough. You got your weapon holding hand. You've got a bunch of gesturing hands. So you've got two of these ones. One's just here. This one. Yeah, so... And again, yeah, you got your weathering. You got your gesturing hands. You got your V. Oh yeah, fuck off. Sign. Whichever way you want it, fucking thing it. That'll be me demonetized. Luckily I didn't get paid for it anyway, so... And you've got your two finger pointing. And your one finger pointing. Don't know what the difference is between one finger pointing and two finger pointing. These are watched Clone Wars or whatever they're out of. Might be able to know. Yeah, but again, see it, it's okay. What I do love, though, guys, is this is one of the things I've said about hot toy stuff for years. Look, if you notice, every one of these, every one of them has its peg in it, so you don't have to worry about the thing, you know, the pegs, because every set of hands has a set of pegs in them. That is the way they should be. That is the way, to me, they should be. For what it'll cost them to have the extra set of pegs and having the shutters doing again. Okay, we'll try again now that the dogs have stopped barking. Honestly, guys, it's crazy for me. I can be in my man cave pretty much all day and it'll be fairly quiet. I have videos to make, and I don't know if you can hear that, there's people now fucking chatting away, walking up and down the street. Every time, without fail, I try and make a video. Either somebody with their car, the idiot across the street with his fucking Subaru not impressor. That's, yeah, it's not impressive. Or you'll have people walking up and down the street. I mean, I try and do these before 3 o'clock because I've got two schools quite close to where I live, you know, because it was ideal for us, because when I first moved here over 15 years ago, my kids were kids. They were in primary school. So the primary school's less than about a 5-minute walk from here. The secondary school's about a 10-minute walk from here. So I try and get these things done before 3 o'clock when the kids are going to come out and you've got all the bloody parents walking up and down the street. Yet still, I'm getting bloody loads of noise. So sorry guys if you do hear noise, but that's just the way it goes. Gun-wise, this is a massive long gun. I mean, look at this thingy, that is beautiful. Not beautiful as in paint apps and wise, because there's like no thingy. It's a set colour in one respect. Obviously you've got like a different colour here and a slightly different colour there, but there's no sort of weathering to it, there's no wear and tear to it, there's no difference between the colour of the hilt than what there is to the rest of it, you know. It's one bog standard colour, but it's a nice big looking weapon, you know. It's nice for that respect, you know, and there's sort of okay details to it. I think you see, you know, it's got any weather or not anything to it, which is always a shame. You always like to see some weathering. And I suppose if you're good yourself, you could weather it up yourself. You know, if you're into that type of thing. I'm sort of not that confident yet to do anything like that. But maybe in the future, when I do get a bit more confident in myself, then maybe I'll give it a go. Maybe I will start sort of altering some of these things to make them look slightly more impressive than what they actually are. You know, you've got this blaster as well, pretty damn good, but again, it's the same thing. There's no sort of difference in thing. Oh, colour to it. You know, you do have a moving stock part to it, which is sort of cool enough. But this thing itself is just basically one bog standard colour. You know, but this is the type of things that you get. Sideshow are cheaper, and this is the reason why they're cheaper, because you don't get as good a paint apps, you don't get as good a thingy. I do like this idea. Now this has got some weathering to it, yeah, and I do like the idea of it sort of, it's bent in, because you remember when this was made, it was before you had the idea of the toe articulation in there. So to make it a foot where you can be sort of walking, you know, or kneeling or whatever, that's pretty damn good, you know. And again, it's got its own pegging, which is what it should be doing in the first place. Hot Toys should take this on. The idea of it's your own peg for each individual set of hands. You know, it saves all the friggin' hassle. You know, you get two of them, so that's cool. You know, there you go. That's sort of okay for what you want. Like I say, don't expect Hot Toys style thingy to it. I'll keep on repeating this over and over again, guys, because you know that is the mistake people can make. And thingy. These are not Hot Toys figures. These are cheaper versions, or there were cheaper versions. These are going for daft prices again at the minute, but that's the secondary market for you. I was lucky, I got it at a cheap price, so I was happy enough to pay that price, happy enough to get it in. Now we'll see just how good it is and how good it will look with the rest of the figures, you know, because I'm going to now bring out the figure and show you, and we'll take you through the figure itself. Okay, first impressions to look at. One thing that's impressive, it actually stands up in my light box. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's hard to say. On touch, the material itself underneath is very soft, which makes it good for posability, but also makes it feel very, very lackluster in the respect of quality. Yeah, but like I say, the fact that you've got possibly the ability to feel less likely for it to break down is a good thing. The quality look wise and the quality feel wise, it's one of those things, are you willing to give that in order to have the thingy where it's possibly going to be slightly more posable and have less likelihood that it might actually break down? That's probably a good thing. Yeah, it doesn't feel good, it feels a lesser quality. Honest to goodness, it does feel a lesser quality. It feels really light, it feels really flimsy. All of it feels that way. Yeah, but I'm sort of like, I'm slightly impressed with it in the respect, looking at it from, especially looking from the camera thingy here, it looks pretty good. You know, the paint apps, again, not being Hot Toys, it's not Hot Toys paint apps. It's, you know, what you're getting is what you're getting, but it still looks okay. It still looks decent. The prices that they're going for online, when you are talking about over here in the UK, you can be paying £300 plus. No fucking way. Ain't no fucking way are they worth that type of price, guys. You know, unless you are a massive fan, and I mean like the biggest fucking fan on the earth. These aren't worth, and even then I would say it's still not worth the £300 plus that some of these guys can be going for. No fucking way would I pay that price for it. Now, you haven't got any other helmets or anything else like that. Like, I know some of the figures you can get an extra helmets and stuff like that. I think they're the deluxe ones. But this one here, guys, you know, it's okay. It's quite canny. I'm not going to complain 100%. You know, yes, you're going to hear the odd thingies because I'm being an honest and genuine reviewer. I'm seeing it for the first time. I'm going to be holding it for the first time. I'm going to be putting it through its paces. The fact that it can stand up in my light box, could be classed as impressive. You know, because I wasn't expecting that, especially when you feel how sort of flimsy it feels it's an old figure, guys. It's an old figure, so yeah, I'm sort of partially impressed with that side of it. And like I say, looking at it from a distance, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, let's see what it can manage to do. Let's see what it's capable of. Yeah, let's check out more aspects of this guy. So let's have a look. Let's move this thing up so we can bring him forward and have a look at his head and his articulation, see if there's got much articulation in the head. So yeah, I mean that's not bad. Yeah, obviously you can't look back. You can look. You can probably get it over. I mean, you can get right the way around. So that's, yeah. And you've got sort of a little bit of tilt, and a look down is okay. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Arm movement up. Yeah, it's not. This is a thing now, guys. Okay, you've got to remember. This is an old figure now, and it's like, yeah, the joints isn't gonna stay up at all. It's like just not. Yeah, it isn't staying up at all. There's nothing to it. Elbow joint. You got a single bend to that. But again, it's so flimsy. You put a weapon in that, and that's just going to probably freaking thing you back down, so that you're not going to get any thingy style posing from it. Luckily, his arm is staying forward, and you've got a little bit of thingy there. I mean, I'm pushing down a little bit, and it's staying put, so that's not so bad. You've got a joint at the bicep, so that's cool, considering how old the character is. Like I say, you're just not going to get it to stay up in that respect. You've sort of got a little bit of backward motion, a little bit of forward motion, but not a great deal at all. Hip wise, I mean, it's staying there. It's staying there, so that's not so bad. Backwards motion, you're getting out again as per usual. Outward motion. So the joints in the hip are a lot better than the joints in the actual shoulder, which maybe is because it hasn't been posed as much. Again, you're getting good amount of motion there. Yeah, you're not going to get it all the way up because you got the joint there and the thingy, so that's, you've got good. If you can spin that around, because you can see the joint, well, you can't see the joint as the camera's not really thingy, but inside of there the actual joint is facing this way out, right? So you would need to twist it in order to get sort of forward and backward flexion on it, yeah, but you will get it. And like you see, you've got your other boots which have got the toe thing on it to give you that range of motion there. You know, you can sort of mess on with these to get them thingy. You have got a swivel there as well, so you know, you're getting okay amounts of motion, you're getting okay thingies with it, considering how old the actual piece is. Yeah, you can't really complain too badly, though I would if I was paying the stupid prices that these can go for, you know, for what you're gonna get. I haven't got any other really pieces that this can go with at the minute. Obviously I do have a Star Wars collection, but not like a Clone Wars style collection or anything. I'd say I'm starting to sort of now slowly get a few more bits and pieces to go together. Whether I'll keep a hold of them all, or whether it'll just be a case of, right, I've reviewed it, it's okay, it's not thingy, and I end up eventually getting rid of them. Possibly I've done that with the other set of Star Wars stuff I had, but I do like the look of these, you know. I think they look pretty cool. We'll bring it in and give you a closer sort of look at the. Let me see if I can just move me light out a little bit so we can maybe see a bit better. That's what you get with me, guys. You don't get professionalism. You know, I'm the Justin. Yeah, so there you go. That's okay. You know what I mean? That's all right. You can't be too much. You know, it's for how old the piece is, how long ago it was made. You know, you can get a little bit of sort of flexion here as well in the waist there. The sort of thingies are like sort of, you know, it's almost like a childish way of doing it. You know, the way they've done these thingies is it's paint work rather than being like a chip, even though it's meant to look like it's been chipped or meant to look like it's been thingied. You know, it's paint work, but it's sort of been done in a almost sort of childlike manner. Yeah, but it's sort of cool. The weathering's there for the belt and everything, and the sort of pieces look okay. Like I say, it's not something where you're gonna or should even expect Hot Toys quality, guys. You shouldn't. Yeah, it's a Sideshow piece. Sideshow were meant to be the cheaper alternative. You know, were meant to be the cheaper alternative to Hot Toys. Yeah, and they probably were. At the minute, these things aren't. These things are going for really silly money. If you can get one cheap and it'll go with your Star Wars collection and build up your stuff, then great. Sorry about that, guys. I just had to pause it again. The dogs went fucking nuts on the thing. My dog's in here, and you notice he didn't even bark at all. He's not bothered in the slightest. He's so laid back, it's unbelievable. He's fucking lay on the floor right next to me feet here. You know, he doesn't give a crap. But anyway, guys, there you go. That's your Sideshow piece. It's okay. It's fine. It's, you know, it is what it is. It's a cheaper version of a Hot Toys, a much cheaper version usually. If you can pick one up at a reasonably cheap price, then hey, why not? Yeah, why not? If it's going to work with your, if you've got a Clone Wars thingy going, then why not? You know, I've got sort of some other pieces on the way, not all Clone Wars, but I've got some other Star Wars pieces on the way, and I'm hoping that they'll all sort of amalgamate and then look pretty decently together. Where this one will go, you know, I'll just put it on the Star Wars shelf and see how it looks for a while. See what happens when I get a couple of other bits and pieces in, and see things. I would have loved to get a hold of the blue one, because the blue one to me looked even better than this one. You know, again, I don't know what the friggin' are, because I've started trying to watch the Clone Wars, but every time I do start getting into it, something else happens, and I end up forgetting about it and forgetting what episode I'm up to, and think so I'm not starting again from fucking scratch. So it keeps on putting us off, especially when there's a good few, I think there's 7 seasons of it. You know, I mean, when I don't know what season I'm up to, it gets a bit friggin' annoying. So anyway, guys, there you go. That's me waffled on enough for you, and hopefully some of you have stuck by and watched it all. And you'll have to excuse the fact if you didn't like his waffling, guys, because that's just me. You know, I will gan off in little tangents every now and again. That's what makes my channel my channel. You know, it's not professional. I'm not ever claimed to be professional, so I do the best I can, keep you entertained with little bits and pieces, and hopefully you enjoy what you see. Anyway, guys, it's enough from me. I hope you enjoyed this one. You know, it's a decent looking thing. You know, and now it's time for me to go and find somewhere to put it. So this is the Bearded Nerdy Off, and guys, I am out of here.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you?
You're welcome.
What? No. I didn't. I wasn't. Why would I ever say that? I mean,
Okay.